Everybody, Steve here. Welcome back to the studio. You know, lately I've been getting a lot of questions from y'all about my easel setup. Answer as many as I can personally, but the best thing for me to do, I think, is to do an easel review. Now, the easel that I use now is a professional easel. It's the Hughes 3000, and I think it's almost $3,000 brand new. And for most of you who are starting out, that's overkill. You really don't need that much of an easel. Now, when I first started out, I was using a tabletop easel, and then I graduated to something that was more of a floor model because I started painting a little bit bigger. So I'm looking to review an easel for you that will sit on the floor. It's easy to move, and will paint much larger paintings than any tabletop easel. So I got in touch with my friends at Meeden Art and asked them if they would send me a couple of easels. This easel here is the floor model, and I'll go through all of it for you. And they sent me a second one that I requested, and that's the desktop easel. That's for another video. This particular video is going to be this table or this floor model easel, and I'm not going to put all this together real time because that would be silly. But I did want to show you when you open the box, this is what you get. It comes really well packed. The thing that I wanted to show you on this is the instruction, the assembly booklet. It is wonderful. I'll show you a little close up here. The thing that I love about this is there's no type in here. It's all pictures. And the way they broke this out, everything is lettered and numbered, so there's no confusion as to what the parts are. And when you go to put it together, the pieces that are already together are in black, and then the pieces that you're attaching are in red. So it's very clear as to what you're going to do. But the other nice thing is that if you go to Meeden Art's website, and I'll put a link in the description, they have a video on how to assemble it, the instructions. So it's really a no-brainer, but I'm going to go ahead and put this together. I'll do it as a time lapse. I got it in walnut, but they have 3 different finishes. So let's go ahead and get started on it. I did want to mention that one of the great things is that they even included all the tools that you need in order to put this together. A few moments later. All right. That's enough of that. All right, I have the official website description of this Meeden W14 H-frame easel. And so let me just go over some of this so you know exactly what it is that you're going to be getting if you decide to get this easel. They describe it as a premium versatile studio easel. The large H-frame easel is made of Germany thickened beechwood and galvanized hardware, polished oil finish, durable and smooth with wonderful hand feeling, clear wood grain, coated with elegant and dirt-proof color, a high enjoyment of wood. But the thing to remember, this is an easel. And if you're using it right, it's pretty quick going to be covered in paint. So just know that it's not going to look like this for very long. It says here that it's a professional artwood easel. The large easel stand with adjustable height from 59 to 95 inches. So it goes up that high, even higher, but my fan will get in the way. So it goes up to 95 inches for painting, sitting and standing. This will adjust the angles from fully vertical to horizontal. I'll show you that for the whatever style that you like to paint in, whether it's oil, acrylic, watercolor, or pastel. And it really is very easy to go ahead and change the the tilt on this. And so one of the things that I'll mention is, let's say you're doing oils, you're going to want it to be straight up. If you're painting, doing soft pastels or charcoal, I always like to point it forward a little bit. And then that way, as you're drawing on it, the charcoal or the pastel will fall off the paper and down onto the ground that you can then track into the rest of the house. But let me go ahead and lock this back. All right, it's cleverly designed with 3 sliders, 1, 2, and 3. It holds 2 canvases at the same time to refer to other artworks and fits range size of canvases up to 77 inches. So I will be talking a little bit more about the fact that it can hold 2 canvases at once. It's not exactly what you think it might be. It is easy to use according to this, and that is true. The stand for painting is a piece of artwood with 2 large front rolling wheels paired with rubber feet in the back and ergonomic knobs that make it very easy to adjust anything that you need to on the easel. And of course, as we just saw, it's easy to assemble. The main parts are all pre-assembled, and all the parts are labeled and packed with tools and step-by-step assembly instructions. There is still an assembly video in the area for your reference. So according to this, it's 100% assembly barrier free. So they make it as easy for you as possible, even easier than IKEA. Specifications for this easel is the product dimension is 19 inches by 21 inches by 59 inches when it's all the way down. The maximum height is 95 inches. The maximum canvas size is, as we said before, 77 inches. The maximum load that this will take is 33 pounds. Okay. And the weight of this is 26.5 pounds, and it's made out of beech wood, and the color on this is walnut. They have 3 different colors. You can get it in natural wood, non-stained, walnut, or a dark walnut. I like this walnut color. It goes the best with my studio. Now the shipping. It's free shipping on orders that total $39.95 US dollars or more. So this qualifies for free shipping. In other words, you're not going to pay anything else to get this in your mailbox. And I hope you have a big mailbox. The delivery is generally 3 to 7 business days, but it may be slightly longer if you live in the middle of nowhere or on Gilligan's Island. So that's about it when it comes to the specs on this. But the proof is in the pudding. I'm going to go ahead and do a painting on this. And then I'll talk to you after I get the painting done, and we'll see what I think. All right. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and move this into place. I've just covered my regular easel with a little bit of fabric so you can see what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and get my paints set up, and we'll get into the demo. This is our scene that we're going to be painting today. I love this idea. We've got a mountain lion up here. He's jumping from one rock outcropping across a trail to another outcropping. This is in the shadow, this is in the light, and we've got blue sky and soft clouds up there. But the reason I love this is because in just another moment, he's going to be gone. And so we're really capturing that special moment in time. Well, now that I spent some time with this Meeden floor model easel, what did I think? Do I like it, or did I struggle with it? And just as important, do I think it's worth the price? Well, let me go through what I like about it, and just as important, what I have concerns with, because I do have some of those. Heck, it wouldn't be a good review if I didn't. First, my likes. Well, it came well packed with nothing damaged in transit, and that's always a pleasant surprise. It was delivered quickly. It only took about 5 to 7 days to get here once I ordered it. The assembly instructions were clear. Even though there were no written instructions, The illustrated directions were perfectly clear and went together easily. Once assembled, it was lightweight enough to move it around no problem. So even if you're height or weight challenged, it's easy to put it where you want it, or just squirrel it away. A nice feature is it folds up and can be tucked away in a closet if space is a concern for you. And it's heavy enough to stay in place and not move on you when you don't want it to, and that's another big plus. I do appreciate how easy it is to transform it from a vertical easel to a horizontal easel. It really is one of its best features. Another nice feature is adjusting the height of your canvas support is a simple matter of loosening two knobs and raising or lowering it to accommodate different size canvases. It also has a routed out channel, so you can paint on painting panels if you choose to, which more and more is what I like to do. Well, all in all, I found it to be a really good quality easel that I had an easy time using. Now, I do have a few things that either I don't care for or could be potential issues down the road, so these are my thoughts. The biggest issue that I had was when I first set it up. I thought I had gotten a defective easel at first. The inner frame was swinging loose, and I wasn't able to use the easel because when I would set my painting on the top and pushed on it even a little, it would swing away from me. Finally, I sat down and scratched my head and looked at it and realized that if I adjusted the tilt angle on the whole vertical frame forward and toward me, that the inner frame was then stopped from swinging free by the cross brace on the bottom. Once I figured that out, I didn't have any more problems using this easel. But this should be clearly called out in the instructions, and it wasn't. So if you're having that problem, that's what the issue is, and that's the simple fix for it. Whew. Now the next issue that I have with the easel is the canvas support bar. Look here and I'll show you why you need to be careful with this design. As you tighten these knobs, in the back, this screw turns and is pushed out the back and places pressure on this metal plate. Now the plate is attached to a brace with this block of wood. If this block of wood gives way, it won't stay in place and will not hold your canvas, making the support brace unusable. Now the braces that I got with my Meeden easel are fine, but my last floor model easel had this design, and it did, after some years, fail on me and I could no longer use it. Now there are a couple simple fixes for this. The easy one is simply you only tighten your knobs as much as you need to in order to make sure that your canvas stays in place, no harder. But needless to say, it's not the best fix and not the way that I recommend that you go. The second way, which is a longer, more permanent fix, you remove the screws on the back plates that are holding in that wood, and I replaced them with longer screws like you see here. The screws that were in there were very short, and eventually they're going to give way. So I'm just trying to head off any problems. But I will say the length of the screws that were in this were ridiculously short, so I would recommend doing it. The last issue that I have with this easel is that, yes, obviously it can hold two paintings at once, but you need to know that the bottom painting is not the one that you can paint on. Let me show you. So this is how I envision using this setup, or at least how I think most of us would want to use it. We would have our drawing, our study up here on top, and then we would have the painting down here so that as we're painting, we can refer to our study. Problem is, as you can see, this is as high up as the bottom painting will go. If I go any higher, this brace here will no longer attach to the back. And so, and this is for a medium-sized painting. If this painting were larger, then it would be even farther down. And so obviously you don't want to paint on that. This is the way that you would have to use it if you used two pieces at the same time. So this is the second way to set this up. You'd have your large painting that you're working on up here. You could have your photo reference or your drawing down here. This is better than the first way, but it's still not ideal, and I still wouldn't use it this way, and this is why. If I'm painting here and I'm looking at either my reference or my drawing, I can't see it so that it's going to not be skewed. So in order for me to use this, I have to step back and see what's going on and then continue to paint. A better way to do this, and the way I would do it, is I would keep one painting on here and I would put my photo reference off to one side or the other, depending on whether you're right-handed or left-handed. A lot of times you can set up a tray here, which would have your paints on it and would be the way to go. And if you had the tray here, obviously you wouldn't be able to look at your reference. So let me show you how I would use this with two paintings on it. So this is how I would use this easel with two paintings on it. Definitely a great way to display. Everything looks fabulous. It's very stable. You don't have to worry about knocking it over or anything like that, or it collapsing on you. It's very sturdy. If I'm going to use this for painting, I would definitely use one painting on it, put my reference off to one side, paint all day long. For display purposes, it looks terrific. I mean, you got to admit this is the way to go. So this is how I would use the setup. Well, I hope you found this video review helpful. And by the way, thanks for staying to the end. Now I'm going to be uploading this mountain lion painting that I did using this easel next. So might as well subscribe and click the notification bell to be notified when I do upload it. It's going to be a good one. And while you're at it, you might as well check out my other videos. There's something there for just about any aspiring artist. And though there are a few nitpicking things, these are, to me, small issues that are minor inconveniences and not deal killers. I don't think I could test an easel that I couldn't find something to improve on. Even my Pro Model easel, even that has things that can be improved on. And this easel is one that I would be happy to have. So, if you're interested in getting one for yourself, look for the 10% code in the video description. If you click the affiliate link that's there, I'll earn a very small commission to help defray the cost of the channel, but it won't cost you a penny more. In fact, you'll save 10% on your order, and it has free shipping. So until my next video, I'll see you down the road.